I don't know anything about the Nobel Prize. I don't understand what it's all about or what's worth what. And if the people in the Swedish Academy decide that X, Y, or Z wins the Nobel Prize, then so be it. I won't have anything to do with the Nobel Prize. It's a pain in the...
A Japanese reported, suddenly a glaring light appeared.
Richard Feynman was not a normal scientist. He cracked military safes for fun. He openly mocked Nobel Prize winners. He exposed NASA on live television, and to this day the internet asks a strange question. Was Richard Feynman just a brilliant physicist? Or did he know something the rest of the world wasn't meant to see? Tonight, we're exploring the conspiracy-style myths surrounding Richard Feynman and separating legend from fact. Myth number 1. Feynman knew secret physics the public never got. The claim. One of the most popular myths online claims that Feynman discovered revolutionary physics during the Manhattan Project. Knowledge so dangerous it was buried or classified forever. Some even say modern technology is based on ideas Feynman hinted at, but never fully revealed. Why people believe it? This myth didn't come from nowhere. Feynman worked on the Manhattan Project, one of the most secretive scientific programs in history. He had top-level security clearance. He later joked about cracking classified safes at Los Alamos. He spoke casually about secrecy, which made him sound untouchable. To many people, this feels like the perfect setup, a rebellious genius inside the most secret lab on Earth. Surely, he must have seen things we never did. The facts. Here's the reality. Feynman absolutely worked on classified nuclear weapons research, but none of his revolutionary physics was hidden. His most important contribution, quantum electrodynamics, was published openly, peer-reviewed, taught worldwide, and earned him a Nobel Prize. There are no missing notebooks, no erased equations, no secret physics locked away. The hidden knowledge myth survives because people confuse secrecy of weapons with secrecy of science. Feynman hated hidden knowledge. He believed science should be open, testable, and shared. Myth number 2. Feynman was secretly undermining the scientific establishment. The claim. Another theory suggests Feynman played the role of a playful outsider while quietly dismantling academic authority from the inside. That he pretended to be unserious, bongos, jokes, stories, while actually exposing the flaws of elite science culture. Why people believe it? This myth thrives because Feynman really was different. He refused honorary degrees. He criticized peer review. He mocked academic titles. He exposed NASA's lies during the Challenger disaster. To some, this looks like sabotage. To others, rebellion disguised as humor. The facts. Feynman wasn't secretly undermining science. He was openly defending it. During the Challenger investigation, he famously demonstrated that cold temperatures caused O-rings to fail on live television after NASA leadership tried to downplay the issue. That wasn't conspiracy, that was scientific integrity. Feynman believed the real enemy of science wasn't government or corporations. It was pretending to know more than you do. He wasn't fighting science, he was fighting fake certainty. Myth number 3. Feynman had almost superhuman intuition. The claim. Stories circulate that Feynman could solve complex physics problems instantly, without calculation, as if he saw the universe directly. Some claim this intuition bordered on something unnatural. Why people believe it? The legend grew from his famous lectures, his ability to simplify deep ideas, stories told by students who watched him solve problems live. It looked like magic. The facts. Feynman himself destroyed this myth. He admitted repeatedly that he struggled, he failed, he rebuilt problems from scratch. His intuition came from relentless effort, not shortcuts. He once said, "I was born not knowing, and I have only had a little time to change that." There was no superpower, just obsession, curiosity, and refusal to fake understanding. Myth number 4. Feynman was silenced later in life. The claim. Some believe Feynman faded from public influence because he became inconvenient, too honest, too dangerous, too independent. Why people believe it? He criticized institutions openly. He rejected authority. He stopped public appearances later in life. To conspiracy-minded audiences, this looks like suppression. The facts. The truth is far simpler and far sadder. Feynman became seriously ill. He battled cancer for years. Even then, he continued teaching, writing, and speaking until his body could no longer keep up. He wasn't silenced. He was human. The real conspiracy. Here's the truth that sounds like a conspiracy, but isn't. Feynman proved you don't need to obey authority to be legitimate. He showed that. Credentials don't equal truth. Confidence doesn't equal understanding. Institutions can be wrong. That idea threatens systems built on hierarchy. Not because Feynman hid knowledge, but because he refused to pretend. Final takeaway. Richard Feynman didn't know forbidden physics. He knew something more dangerous. That honesty beats expertise, that curiosity beats credentials, and that science dies the moment we stop questioning. And maybe that's why the myths still follow him.
Humanities that you had to take, I tried my best to avoid somehow to learn anything and to work at it. It's only afterwards, when I've gotten older and I'm more relaxed, that I've spread out a little bit. I've learned to draw and I read a little bit, but I'm really still a very one-sided person and don't know a great deal. I have a limited intelligence and I've used it in a particular direction.